saving
I've been
her.
playing my new
I know
character
it.
for a while.
Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
I did do
You
a
are
lot
the
with this
talk of the
character,
school
though.
since you saved Mr.
Like,
Ribbon
since you
and
last
Lord
saw me
Ashwinder.
live stream,
We have come so far.
I've done a
We should
lot.
discuss the next steps in
Especially,
our plan
well,
to
not
stop
story-wise, but like, well, I'll show you whenever you pull up the stream. I did a lot in the Room of Requirement, especially. Oh my gosh, I saw this thing earlier. It was a Breaking Bad meme. Have you ever seen the Breaking Bad scene where he's like, who is it you think you're talking to right now? I am the I am the danger scene.
I am the danger.
Yeah, and it was it had this line from one of the characters during a side quest in the game, and he's like, "Oh, you're just a student? Oh, there's terrible danger out here. We need to get you safe." And then it has like Walter White, but it edited him in Hogwarts robes, and he's like, "Who is it you think you're talking to right now? Who is it you think I am?"
Skylar. I
am the danger. And then it just went, and yeah, that's basically how it feels. Like, honestly,
I feel like playing like a super pitched up version of the main male character.
Are you in the stream?
Hello, Professor.
Not quite. I'm getting my computer on YouTube right now. We watched the
I'm
Daytona
wearing,
500 today.
Oh, I didn't know that was today. And I forgot I had some pretty decent, like, rustic swag going on with my outfit from last time I played.
Oh shit, I just remembered that I need to, before I really do anything...
What was I doing? I was doing a side quest, I guess.
Yes. Before I do anything, though, I need to log on to Fubo.tv, or Fubo TV, because I need to cancel my free subscription before they charged me in a week for $80.
Subscription to what?
Fubo TV, because that was the 1 week free subscription that I got so that we could watch the race at Samson's house, because he doesn't get TV, and I had to stream it.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I'm sorry, someone just try casting a curse at me? You don't want to you don't want to catch this wand, bro. You'll die. Oh,
do they make a Avada Kedavra?
They're fighting a troll. So Avada Kedavra is like the last spell you get in the game if you go down like the dark path kind of stuff, and it is a one-shot like anything in the game, but the cooldown on it is like eternal. Like you gotta wait a while before you can use it again.
Well, that's as it should be. Technically in canon, that's how it should have been described.
Nah, in canon, they use Avada Kedavra like bullets.
That's so fucking stupid, because I thought that you were supposed to have like a lot of magic. Like,
you do have to be powerful to use it, but once you're powerful enough to use it, you just use it. Don't worry, a lot of people have complaints about it.
Okay. Bottom text. Who died?
It's not just you have to have a lot of power in general, because you can train to get the necessary power required to use Avada Kedavra, but it's also about intent. You have to want to kill the person for it to actually work. Like, you can't do it out of, like, self-defense, or you can't have any kind of hesitancy behind it. You have to fully intend to kill your target. But that's with all the unforgivable curses. If you want to use Crucio and have it actually do any real damage, you have to enjoy torturing someone.
I see.
Which is why Harry, whenever he used it on Bellatrix in the 5th book, it didn't really do much. Like, it only lasted a brief second and wasn't like a full power Cruciatus curse, because his use of the spell was out of, like, as Bellatrix puts it, righteous anger, which won't do much compared to actually enjoying torturing someone.
I see.
That was fun. Took down a troll. What quest am I even doing right now? I'm on a side quest. Oh, that's right, I was going to rescue the phoenix and add it to my vivarium. I've been trying to breed magical beasts. I'm trying to get shinies. Did I tell you this game has shiny magical beasts you can find?
You did.
It does have shiny. I've been occupying my time with side quest stuff because I've got so much stuff I could be doing, and I'm trying to save the main quest stuff for last. I do miss... one thing I do like about my new character is, so my new character is a Hufflepuff girl, right, rather than a Ravenclaw guy. And one thing I do miss is the swag I pull off with with the Hufflepuff girl, because I don't want, first off, I don't have her wear robes. She wears like proper outfits, and I have her wear like this like half cape looking thing. But also, like, the movement, like the movement animation is totally different from female characters, and they actually like have a slight pop to their ass whenever they walk, like in the hips, and it's, what can I say? I enjoy watching my character run around.
They're 15.
Yeah, so they're also not real.
You're correct! Now, what? Oh yeah, that's right, your channel is for Snake Gaming. I don't know what the fuck I was looking for.
Well, since for some reason they haven't noticed him yet, I'm gonna take advantage of this. Bippity boppity boo.
Hey, for your information, I received...
Stealth is overpowered. Stealth in this game is easy mode. I don't. It's the only spell I don't have with this character. So this character, I'm trying to do like a neutral balance between good and evil.
What's this?
But my Hufflepuff character, I'm doing like just good. Like, I'm gonna avoid the unforgivable curses and stuff. There's one where I'm just gonna do like pure pure asshole, and that's gonna be my Slytherin character.
Oh, you can't learn every spell in the game if you're like...
Yeah, so in order to get the unforgivable curses, you have to like...
One less poacher.
I do believe you have to make like darker story choices to unlock the unforgivable curses.
Okay.
But right now, I'm trying to rescue a phoenix from poachers.
More poachers?
I see.
How many are there?
I didn't mean to do that. Well, open combat it is. Yeah, I started using potions in conjunction with my combat, and it's made a lot of combat encounters really easy. Not necessarily really easy, but definitely easier. Because, like, as you can see, I have like this storm effect going on around me. That's one of my potions.
Oh.
It's called Thunder Brew. Yeah, so I've got Edorus potions, and because I've upgraded my Edorus potions, they make me completely invulnerable to damage for like 30 seconds. And then my Maxima potion makes me deal more damage. And I can have multiple effects at once. Focus potion decreases my my cooldowns. It decreases my cooldowns for my spells, and then Thunder Brew just makes a thunderstorm that hits people. And of course, there's the invisibility potion, which is actually better than the disillusionment charm. Apparently, like if you use an invisibility potion, you're just invisible, whereas the disillusionment charm is more like camouflage. I didn't mean to use one.
The Phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it.
Also, I like the voice for the female character much better.
Oh.
Like, not just like it because it's a female voice, like the inflection put upon like how that voice says things, I like much better.
Okay. I got what you meant. But I guess that's just a typical thing that happens then. Looking at you, Dark Souls 1. Did you just vanish away the fucking body?
No, the bodies vanish after a second.
Okay.
Like the corpses just kind of poof away after a minute there.
There it is again.
Oh, good leech juice. I need that for my potions. Wiggenwell.
Wiggenwell?
Willy? Oh my gosh, someone did the Willy Wigger kill that nigger. Someone did that, but edited over the Avada Kedavra curse in this game.
Oh my god!
And it was like, I love the memes. There's so many memes coming out for this game, and I love every single one of them. They're all hilarious.
Willy Wigger! My god, I gotta be careful hanging out with you guys. You're gonna like bring into like old bad habits, and then I'm just gonna like fucking casually drop this shit and upsetting that I shouldn't. And I'm
Bro,
just
I thought you got an official pass like years ago.
I do have the pass, but with great power comes great responsibility.
I knew exactly what you're gonna say the moment you said "with great." With great power comes great abuse. Get it right.
Government. Government.
So I learned that some enemies have like certain spell combinations that'll instantly kill them. Depending on what the creature is. Yeah, like they're like these like lizard things that live in the swamp and they attack with their tongue. And if you hit them with Levioso, right as they're about to flick their tongue out, you'll dangle them by their tongue, and then if you use Defendo, you'll cut their tongue off, and it'll instantly kill them.
It's neat that they put creative shit like that in.
Also, apparently you can use Wingardium Leviosa on troll clubs, like Ron does in the first book / movie. I haven't tried it yet, but I saw a thing about it online. About the thing.
What spell was it?
Wingardium, the levitation spell, Wingardium Leviosa.
Ah, okay.
No, not invisibility. Oh, good, Edders, I can take that. Give me this. Give me this too. Oh, missed.
That was the highway. The beasts are safe now. Revelio.
I feel like Defendo should cut through spider webs rather than having to set them on fire, but at least I have more than one fire spell.
Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this, I don't think, and I think you might find it funny and actually sad. Hold on a second. So, at my house, we have, a new dog. I don't know if you ever met our old dog, Louie.
I think I recall Louis. I recall the name
Yeah,
anyway.
Okay, never mind. You probably have at least met the dog. Well, actually, yes. I know the dog met you because the dog fucking hated you.
Probably.
I don't know why, but he would always, like, be like, this motherfucker's bad. And, like, would growl and, like, would probably attack you if we left him alone with you for 30 minutes. But, like, we'd have to, like, constantly do the introduction again of, like, this Brian dipshit. Anyway, we have a new dog now, Conway. And he'll get out.
Wonder if it could travel in the knapsack.
We drive away from the property.
Let's get you back to the
he
room.
likes to chase
He's going to be pleased.
And, well, he'll actually slide underneath the gate when we leave. So, fortunately have to put this little grate on the ground in front of the gate. Hard to really explain in just words. I'd have to show you a picture probably, but it's this thing that folds up against the gate and then it can drop down in front of it at like a not a 90-degree angle. It's a little bit bigger than a 90-degree angle, but the point is it's supposed to like be a grate in between the underneath of the gate so you can't slide under it. Well, it's the most unintuitive shit that we have, and I often forget to drop it down or drop the gate.
Here before?
Because when you unlatch the gate, it's on the far end all the way away from the gate.
Did you find the phoenix? Yes, Deke.
And
I rescued it from the poachers.
Open it.
I have it here. It's
and
safe. Remarkable.
Close it, but
well, what are
you have to
waiting
walk all the
for?
way towards
Deke
the hinge
cannot wait
itself and then lift the grate up because that's where the hook for it is. And most people don't do weird shit with gates. We just latch it, unlatch it, and that's it. It's very easy to just fucking forget about this stupid weird thing. Well, I often forget to do that, but it pisses people off here if I forget to do that. And
what a
apparently
beauty.
it had not that I forgot through. And
you keep it
I
close.
came home and I'd forgotten it again. I was like, oh shit, I'll take care of it. No one even like caught it. It was just me catching myself. And Michael was like, not 3 days in a row. I'm like, oh,
Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued.
went
The
out of his
Phoenix
way
is
to
safe
take
now.
pictures of the game
Because
to
of
send
you.
them to me
I
over
couldn't have done it
Messenger,
without your
which
help, Dee. Thank you.
I figured,
Deke is
alright,
grateful for the kind words and
I'm gonna go buy myself.
helping you do such
I'm
good
gonna
for
go
so many
prepare
beasts.
myself. So
As Deke
my
will
nephew's
always
having
be
me over at
here
the
for...
time. I said, hey Christian, I'm gonna go fill up my truck. You can come with me if you want. Uncle Rat, that's not where the gas station is. I know. Why are we going to Tractor Supply? Oh wait, are you gonna buy? You already know. I bought myself a pair of bolt cutters, and with the idea that, well, in the off chance that he's serious, I'll have these, and I'll have the receipt that I can cut the stupid fucking pole when he eventually does this. Lo and behold, Brian, there there is a padlock on the gate. It isn't actually locking anything yet. Out of his way to put it.
Hmm.
Just to put it there.
Just so you know, got every word of this on stream.
Oh wow, that's kind of funny though. That is
uh,
actually very fucking funny.
yeah, I got every word of this on stream. Just letting you know. No one watches these but
That's fucking
you and
funny.
like occasionally Chris, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm gonna give you,
I'm not worried about it either.
if you're ready, I'm gonna show you a tour of my current room of requirement that I got decorated out here.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
actually, I want to move
if
that.
the rest of the world wants to know about stupid shenanigans they made, I don't think any of those two are going to be going out of their way chomping at the bit to watch this very niche stream of a game that they don't give a fuck about. But look at this room of requirement.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, I need to do a little bit of editing, but it's just a little niche thing. But
The room
yes,
of
this is
requirements
my opening
appear
room.
for other people than you.
No. Wait,
Like,
what do you mean? Wait, what was your question?
the room of requirements, does it look different for different people who need it, and can
So
multiple people
the
need it at
room
the
of
same time, and it look different for them?
the room of requirement only appears when someone has true need of it, and it has different forms of how it can present itself depending on what someone needs. For example, if you need to hide something, it can present itself as the room of hidden things, which is like a huge corridor with thousands of things students have hidden over the hundreds of years Hogwarts has been around. Then there's also like the training room where Harry taught Dumbledore's army in Book 5. Then there's this room that I have it as now, which is the first time we've seen it in this form, is in this game. There was a time Dumbledore came across it, not realizing it was the room of requirement, and it presented itself as a bathroom because it was like 4 in the morning and Dumbledore really had to pee.
Oh my
Canon.
god.
Hashtag canon. That was in the book. But yeah. So this is the main chamber when you first walk in. I got this statue here in the middle. Back here I've got my like open grassy vivarium, and in here I've got my my little birds. I got these little dudes here, my mooncalves. I got some nifflers in here. This niffler is a specific niffler that I caught on a side quest, and his name is the Irondale Pilferer, because he was stealing stuff from a little town called Irondale. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you. Anyway, I've got an auto feeding thing here now, so I don't have to feed them, I just groom them. And they give me materials I can use to upgrade my gear. This is a breeding pen. Got some other decorative things here, like this stone, some statues. I got this
Is the Niffler
statue
from you?
No,
in the game?
no, they just chill in here. Yeah, I got this little thing here, this unicorn statue thing, some benches, and got this climbing thing here. I just kind of put this here because I could. Added a little more substance to the area, and it's fun to climb around on. Yeah.
I see. Well,
Anyway.
it kind of reminds me of the fucking Chow Garden from like the Sonic Adventure games.
And then I got this tent over here. I haven't put anything in it yet, but I put a tent here. And I put these walls here, like a little path leading out.
Show me some drip.
I will in a second. After my tour, there's so much more.
So,
Over here
right,
I've got my swamp vivarium, where I keep my thestrals and my hippogriffs. Similar stuff. I got like a little climbing area over there, the statue, breeding pen, auto feeder. Got my hippogriffs, my thestrals that I've been breeding. Sepulchria, this is the thestral I got with the pre-order. And then the other one is a thestral that I caught. I named him Altarium. And then Caligo is the hippogriff I got with the pre-order. What did I name the hippogriff? Oh, I didn't name it yet. What did I name the little thestral? I know I named him something. Shadowwing, there he is. I'm assuming he grows up at some point, but so far he's remained an infant for a while. But, I have a third vivarium. I think I have a fourth one now that I got the phoenix, but I haven't really added anything to the third one yet. But it's a beach vivarium. Something cool though is, they also have like little areas you can explore inside them. Like little side passages and tunnels and stuff. And they constantly respawn these crystals I've been collecting. And also these potion ingredients. Which is really useful because they're potion ingredients that I can't grow. So it's a way for me to collect them without having to go very far. Also, each vivarium has its own background music. And I really like the beach one. It's very relaxing. Yeah, I'm not sure what creatures I'm going to put out here, but Probably some unicorns. I know you can capture unicorns. I got some with my other character, but I don't have them with this one yet. I'm dying to check out the new vivarium I just got from the Phoenix. I don't know what it looks like, but I know it's over here. Is it another grassy field one, it looks like? Oh. Oh. Hello. Did I just get like a whole ass castle looking thing? What is this?
Incendio.
I got a Marvel question for you, actually.
What's up?
So Professor Hulk, is that is that irreversible?
In like the MCU context or in like the comic book context?
MCU context.
So in the MCU, I think he just is. In the MCU, he isn't technically Professor Hulk. He's quote unquote Smart Hulk. But
okay.
Professor Hulk in the comics was similar to Smart Hulk. It's a bit different in the comics, right? So in the comics, due to Bruce's very shall we say colorful traumatic experiences as a child, to cope, he developed like multiple personality disorder, and when he got the gamma burst that created the Hulk is just one of his personas. And actually, depending on which persona takes precedence, determines which kind of Hulk comes out. From what I understand, like there are different ones. It's a little weird. Hulk lore is probably the one I'm the least familiar with.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm spending a minute in the vivarium here. I got a whole new one here. I'm not gonna worry about decorating it, but I do want to add the beast feeder because it saves me a lot of trouble. I'll put it right here. Actually, do I have anything I may want to let out in here?
So I ended up learning that Alan Rickman played Snape was the only one who was given the inside up and up from J.K. Rowling that Snape had like a...
Yeah, I think he knew from like the first or second movie.
Yeah, he was gonna like walk away from the project because he just didn't give a shit.
Evidently,
just didn't care for the character.
Yeah. So this is the other room to my room of requirement, the side chamber here. I got my center table here, and I got the hippogriff statues in the corners, and over here on the right, I got my potion stands. I've upgraded to medium-sized potion stands, so I can brew 2 potions at once on a stand. Very convenient. Actually, let's go ahead and make some more Wigan Weld. And why not make some Maxima as well. I burn through potions like crazy, so the more the better. Then over here I've got a composter to make fertilizer, and I got all my my plants growing. Oh. Actually. Hmm. Yeah, this has got to be rearranged. I've come up with like a new arrangement thing with my other character that I like much better than this.
Oh. Is this game worthy of the praise it got? Like, I'm talking
Oh my
9 out of 10,
gosh.
10 out of 10 reviews.
Like, yeah, yes, it is. Combat is so much fun. Like, the story so far is really good. It's so on point with book accuracy for like castle description. Like, if you go on like TikTok or YouTube, you can find videos of people like playing audiobooks passages from like the Audible audiobook version of the books, and he'll like, as like in the book it's describing parts of the castle, they'll walk through that part of the castle in the game, and it's like a 1-to-1 perfect match to how it's described in the book.
Alright.
Like, it is on point as fuck. Like, it's good. Yeah, we're gonna rearrange this entire everything. Alright. What's this?
I hope when we go there we can ask the people at all the vendors if there are any of the collectible wands left over.
Okay, change color.
If I could, I want to get my hands on Dumbledore's original wand, collectible version.
Like, not the Elder Wand, original wand?
Yeah, the original one. Do you know what it looks like?
I don't, actually.
Black with a spiral at the base and a glossy silver base and handle with a couple of Celtic runes on it.
Come on. There we go. Oh, never mind. I thought I had hopping pots. I was going to say, what? But no. Okay. I didn't think I bought hopping pots yet. Hopping pots in this automatically brew a random potion. And they're just constantly running.
Oh.
We'll go with this. Okay.
But yes, we watched the Daytona 500 today with Justin, and
how's he doing? I haven't heard
probably
anything from him or of him in a while.
He's still working at Pizza Hut, I think. He's doing okay. He's
Alright,
Jehovah's Witness again.
Really?
Yes. Kind of. I feel bad that he fell back into it. Obviously, coming from a place of bias, but
I feel bad that it was specifically Jehovah's Witness.
yeah, like he could have been like a much more tame and reasonable version of Christian. Like, it's got to be like the shittiest version.
Is it? It doesn't look centered, but that's because I can't move these tables more to the left. It's fine. Here, please tell me I have the table. If not, I'm gonna have to go find it, and I really don't want to have to go find it. I don't have it. Or do I? Do I? Is this it? No, it's... I don't have the decorated tables with this character. It's okay. I can add them later, when I find them. In the meantime...
Let me get that picture of Dumbledore's original wand. Looks fucking badass.
Alright, this is a decent setup. Can work with it. And I feel like for a little bit of stylization, I should add a rug. Okay, I guess can't make it any bigger. Should have added it first, but whatever. Okay. Yes, I like this garden thing much better than how I had it. Oh no, that's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me a lot. That's not centered. Or is it? Does that look centered to you?
Let me see. What am I looking at? Because I was on a different tab for a moment.
If you see the way these tables are, does that look centered to you? I think it is centered. I think the reason it doesn't look centered from outside is because this table right here can't be moved any further to the right, whereas this one is moved further to the left, and it's because of the way the room is designed. Like this wall is closer than the other wall. I think that's all it is.
I gotta take a closer look at it. Well, honestly, if you're fine with it, then it's fine. But I wouldn't be able to tell you one way or the other.
Anyway, this is my room of requirement. I've been putting a lot of work into it. Oh, I need to add the statues back. Actually, I may do should I do the hippogriff statues again, or should I replace them with unicorn statues? Actually, something I'd really like to do. This is cool and all, but bye. Of course it won't fit because I got the lamps in the way. Now it's dark.
I wonder how many years I spent making this game.
Well, let me put it this way. The first teaser trailer dropped like 5 years ago.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so it's something like that. Some ludicrous. I've been waiting years for this game. I've been waiting a long time, and it got delayed like 3 times.
Well, I guess it was worth it.
My only thing about it was, I was like, if they're gonna delay it this many times, the game had better be amazing. And so far, it has not disappointed in the least. Alright. How's that? Something about it doesn't look right. Doesn't look right because this table.
It's standing on a reverse Oreo.
Doesn't look right because this table is blocking it. Well, I guess I could fix it by moving this one further out and forward. That looks more symmetrical now. No, it doesn't. Slightly better, but not what I'm trying to. Well, like right there. I think that'll do it. That's... I don't know. It'll do. Yeah, it's my room requirement.
This is poggin'. The horses are poggin' because we're the horses.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Thank you, slave. I am proud of the potions I've brewed. Okay. Oh my gosh. Something I've been doing with my new character that I haven't done at all with this character is going around the map and doing all the Merlin trials. I have so many I just have not touched. It's the reason I've been doing it is because I learned that doing Merlin trials is how you unlock more inventory space. Well, I guess I know what I'm going to go do real quick. A bunch of Merlin trials. Luckily, they only take about like a minute apiece. If I'm quick about it.
Lives here.
So, Merlin in the lore, who was he? Was he a dastardly wizard?
He was a very powerful, righteous wizard. Surprisingly enough, he was actually a Slytherin. He was taught by Salazar Slytherin himself. And
oh, I see.
He was actually a huge advocate for Muggle rights. And the original Order of Merlin, so Order of Merlin by like the time of Harry is like a it's like a Medal of Honor kind of thing. Like you would get it an Order of Merlin for performing a heroic act or public service. And depending on what your act or deed was, there was like Order of Merlin level, like what's it called? Order of Merlin, first class, second class, third class, so on and so forth. And like that is not what the Order of Merlin was at all. Like they actually like perverted what the Order of Merlin really meant. Because originally the Order of Merlin was an order of wizards that Merlin created to create laws and create laws for and to protect Muggles from wizards who were prejudiced against them. And then later on, wizards took the Order of Merlin and perverted it by being like, oh, the Order of Merlin is a thing to pat wizards on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, unfortunately, since Chandler's gotten a job, not just at Walmart, but in the Walmart, like, department, like, shipping department.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not going to be able to, session with Travis, at least for the time being, so that's kind of up in the air.
Well, I don't know if you checked Discord, but I got Samson for my campaign as a third player. I told him to make a morally questionable, spooky character, and he said okay.
He should have been... He should have at least said lawful... never mind. I just feel like he's gonna be like, morally questionable. Huh, you mean fuck all evil. I'm gonna rip people's spines out and drink their...
We'll see. I gave him like a sort of general rundown of the kind of characters you and Travis are playing. and I was like, make something that kind of works with that. So I told him to try something, and then we'll give whatever he makes a try
You
whenever
didn't tell him I was a vampire, right?
I might have.
Damn it, that could have been funny, and we just, like, tried to keep it a secret. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah, I added him to the Discord and stuff too. Okay, where is this third one at? I did that one. Did that one. It's over here, isn't it? Right there.
Himself would be.
Yeah, fun fact about wizards and stuff like that in Harry Potter, they don't actually specifically have to use wands to channel their magic. They can
Use your
technically,
finger.
they can, well, yeah, they can use their hands. The hand magic is a different beast altogether and is considered
What
quote-unquote
do you have in
difficult.
store for me this time?
So wands require specific movements to cast spells, but it's the same thing with hand magic. You have to use specific hand movements in order to cast spells. And the hand movements are very different from wand movements.
Lumos.
I see.
But you can also use, like, anything, really, according to Ollivander. It says a wizard can channel their magic through almost anything. But some things are significantly better than others. But from my understanding, that means, like, you could use, like, staffs and stuff like that, too.
Hell, Hagrid uses a fucking umbrella.
There are a lot of theories about that, actually. Some people suspect that the broken pieces of his wand are actually inside of his umbrella, and that's why that even works.
Revelio.
I thought if you broke a wand, you can't repair it.
You can't normally. There are a dozen and a half theories about how it happened. So in the movies, they were very unclear. Like, let me put it this way: they weren't unclear on it. They were very avoidant of this fact because they didn't touch it. In the movies, after Harry gets the Elder Wand at the end of the 7th movie, he snaps it in half, and that's that. In the book, he actually used, because the Elder Wand is so powerful, he actually was able to use a repair spell on his own wand and fix it. And so there's actually theories that Dumbledore used the Elder Wand to transfigure Hagrid's broken wand into an
Beasts
umbrella.
around here can sleep a bit easier now.
It's just a theory, but there is like a bit of evidence to try and kind of back up that idea.
Was Dumbledore so powerful because he had the Elder Wand? And would he be nothing without it?
Dumbledore got the Elder Wand because he was so powerful.
Oh, okay.
Because Grindelwald had it before him, and he managed. We don't know how, and the Fantastic Beasts movies have been canceled, so I guess we don't ever find out how. But
Repeat the last sentence.
The Fantastic Beasts movies have been canceled, so I guess we'll never find out how exactly Dumbledore beat Grindelwald to get the Elder Wand. He was already a very powerful and talented wizard, and then on top of that, he got the Elder Wand later.
Did they just not perform well at the box office? Is that why they're canceled?
That, and this, I think that's like a main reason of it, but also the story went under so many different revisions, like it's kind of ridiculous actually.
Lumos.
The first Fantastic Beasts was so good, though. I liked it.
It was. The first one was really good, and then the second one was really questionable, and then the third one was like, what are you doing? I liked all three, personally, but there were some things in the third movie that I was really just kind of like, it would have made more sense if this happened instead. Like, especially, have you seen the third one?
No. I don't even think I've seen the second one.
Okay. Well, in the third one, there's like a whole thing about trying to decide who becomes, I think, the next Minister of Magic or something like that. And there's an old tradition about how there's a specific magical beast that, like, in like the old ways, to pick a leader, the beast would bow, but it would only bow to someone that it deemed like worthy or noble. Like, and so they would use who this beast picked to decide who became the next leader, and Grindelwald planned to use that to his advantage to make people sway to his side. So he found one, killed it, revived it with dark magic, and then controlled it to make it look like it would pick him. Well, they got an actual one, and ended up bowing to Dumbledore, which I don't think should have been the case, because like there was a whole plotline thing in the movie about it. I think it would have made more sense if they had it bow to, I can't remember his name now. He's like my favorite character in like the whole thing. The Muggle dude from the first movie.
Oh man, I don't know.
He was there, and there was like the whole debate around like Grindelwald's whole philosophy of like Muggles should be subservient to wizards, like they're not worthy. And then in that scene, I thought for sure, like the way the story was going, that it was going to bow down to the one Muggle who was there as sort of
a pleasant surprise,
a counterpoint to Grindelwald's philosophy. And then instead it bowed to Dumbledore, and I was like, no, I don't think that should be the case at all. Don't get me wrong, I like Dumbledore. I don't think it should have bowed to him. I just didn't approve. I don't know, the later movies just got kind of worse and worse.
Not tricky after all, Merlin.
Okay. By the way, did Dumbledore ever master the wand like Grindelwald did?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, granted, this was kind of flavor text that I heard once, but it was, Grindelwald made the Elder Wand obey him, and not the Elder Wand just let that person use it and then went down the line. That makes any fucking sense.
I think I understand. I think I understand what you're saying, and we don't know, as far as I'm aware, we don't actually know what Grindelwald did to make the Elder Wand his. Whether it became his simply because he stole it from the previous owner, or if it is he somehow bent it to his will. All we know is that Dumbledore was its true master after defeating Grindelwald.
Lumos.
Why the fuck didn't Harry give it to Ollivander?
Because the Elder Wand was so powerful in its abilities that Harry was like, no one really needs to have this, let alone be able to mass produce it.
Well, if everyone's special, no one will be.
I mean, yes and no.
Lumos.
I get the idea behind that, but I can see why with the idea of the Elder Wand that wouldn't really hold, because it's sort of like, first off, say he did replicate the Elder Wand, right? even if he only made a handful of them at first, the Elder Wand is already extremely selective about who wields it. Let alone, how would it... What would it look like for the Elder Wand to naturally pair with someone? Like, I don't know. I don't know. There are arguments to be made both for and against that idea, but ultimately, Harry decided. Now, granted,
Might
it's
just
not...
pair with anyone.
Granted,
If a replica was made.
Granted, in the books, Harry did not destroy it. That was only in the movies that he broke it and got rid of it. In the book, he didn't break it. He actually...
Dumbledore's tomb.
Yeah, he put it in Dumbledore's tomb, and then was like,
Another
well,
trial.
as long as I die a natural death, then it won't go to anybody. It'll just lose its power.
So that actually makes me think that if a replica were made, it could possibly be made, but it would not choose anyone. And therefore just be unusable.
Possibly.
Merlin himself would be proud.
I mean, it already uses two of the most difficult materials to make a wand out of, which is elder wood and thestral hair. Thestral hair is almost impossible to bond to a wand wood, and elder wood is one of the most difficult wand woods to work with.
Oh.
Because I don't know if you know that it's called the Elder Wand, not because it's old or elderly, it's
Rebellion.
literally made from the wood of an elder tree.
Well, yes. Oh, wait, and is it literally the only one that's made of
No,
elder wood?
there have been other wands made from elder wood, but never in the same pairing as elder wood with thestral hair.
Is it the only one of its
It's
kind?
the only one of its kind.
Well, that Peveril brother must have fucking nailed it then.
I think it was Ignotus that made the wand.
Maybe that's the thing. It would only pair to whoever could make it. And then it would selectively be, it would go from there.
The best of me.
But of course that's speculation.
And we'll probably never know.
If Voldemort ever actually became the rightful owner of the Elder Wand, because it kept, quote, failing him,
Yes.
was he never actually tapping into its full power?
No. The only reason that people, like, he never once actually got the power of the Elder Wand. He was just performing his normal magic, as if he were using any other wand. The only reason it seemed so powerful is just because Voldemort himself was just that powerful. Like, to quote his conversation with Snape before he killed Snape, when he says, "The wand isn't working properly for me," and Snape says, "You've performed extraordinary magic with that wand." Voldemort just says, "No, I am extraordinary, but the wand is performing average." And it sounds gloaty, but it's true.
What?
Evil he may have been, but he was that guy.
When you try to tell your friend who doesn't play fighting games that there's something wrong with your controller,
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
I am extraordinary. What's this?
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
It is time to Spanish.
Time to Spanish.
Yeah, time to pan spish.
Quick, do a Spanish.
Hola, me llamo Red Hook. Yo soy cómico, inteligente y muy estudio.
I caught like 1% of that. I caught hello, my name is Rhett, and that's like it. Whatever you said after that, I have no idea.
Mi tarea is no fino. My homework is not done.
Lumos.
Same. I feel that in my soul.
I'm just proud that I fucking remember what the word for homework was. Tarea.
Look, bro, why do I need to learn a foreign language when every other foreign country learns English?
That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. What I'm feeling.
If anything, all the languages I think are really cool and that I would like to learn are dead. Like Latin.
Latin? I want to learn Latin too. Latin does sound fucking badass. Mostly because I want to just be able to talk like a wizard and actually just say normal words. Like, just say matter-of-factly, you burn, but like, that's just a spell now.
Yeah.
And like, I can just say that whenever I play D&D. Or just like, really matter-of-fact things like, consuming fire. Like, I could fucking throw that into Google Translate right now. And like, it would probably sound badass.
Lumos.
I mean, like, every wizard in Harry Potter has... Any wizard in Harry Potter that wants to make their own spell has to have some understanding of Latin. Because all their spells are just Latin.
Yeah, Perushi. I think that's the name. It's either Perusi or Perushi. Perusi. That's consuming fire. So how about,
Fine now, demi-guys.
Hello, might you have time to
or
help with an urgent delivery?
Glacius Frangit.
You know, there's
Ships will hide
something
fair in a
done
little
in the
place like
movies
this.
of Harry Potter that kills me. That is, like, never really done in the books. And that's in the movies, they'll take a spell that's from the books and just put the word Maxima at the end, and it's just a more powerful version of the spell.
Oh, is that only something done in the movies?
So in the books, there is Lumos Maxima, and it's the only one of its kind. So regular Lumos lights your wand tip a light, like a flashlight, like
Lumos.
this, like I just did in the game. Just get a little light. Lumos Maxima produces a ball of light that hovers in the air, and it produces a wider area of light. Only difference, like it's a bigger light, and it floats in the air. But in the movies, you got like Umbridge using a Bombarda Maxima, and it just blows a wall apart. You've got well, I think there was another instance of it, but I can't remember it right now. And then they'll also throw they were making spells for the movies, like, so in the first book, when they're dealing with the venomous
do we have
tentacula
here?
trying to get to the Sorcerer's Stone, not venomous tentacula, the other one. Is it venomous tentacula? I can't think of it right now, but I think it is venomous tentacula. No. Devil's Snare. It was Devil's Snare. I'm trying to get past the Devil's Snare. Hermione was like, "Oh yeah, they don't like heat and light." So in the book, she just makes a fire. You know, makes sense. Pretty logical conclusion to just make fire. And in the movie, they were like, "Oh no, we gotta make her do like a cool, flashy spell." So they
Seems a
took
pleasant enough little place.
Lumos again, and then just added Slem at the end to make sunlight. And then she just made sunlight from her wand, and I think it's cool. But it's like they went out of their way to make like certain spells that just are never once used at all in the books or ever mentioned ever. And even that specific spell to make sunlight is never mentioned again in the entire series. She uses it once. It's never talked about where she learns the spell, and then it's never touched again. I mean, I feel like
wonder how fucking spells are created. Because do they just like look at Latin
I
words
think
and be like,
yeah, I think they put like a sort of twist on Latin words and combine them in the right order.
I guess they just trial and error different
Fine now, Demi guys.
motions.
Yeah, basically. Well, I think that like potions is a bit different. Potions, you can learn sort of like what properties ingredients have, and then combine those properties together to create a specific effect. But I imagine there is a level of trial and error in that as well.
And my friend,
I mean,
with a time-sensitive
how does
endeavor.
anyone learn anything other than trial and error? Like that's the human experience of learning, trial and error. It's how we got where we are, like as a species. We
I
tried
guess I just
stuff
have a
and went, oh, that doesn't work. Well, let's try it this way, and then we just kept doing that until it worked.
I guess I just have a different perspective on it now, because while that is very true in physics, it's what the experimentalist does. When the theorist takes the results from an experiment and then has to come up with some sort of formal explanation, they have to do these things like called formal proofs, and you can't really have like a lot of hand-wavy stuff like, oh well, it just kind of happens based on observation. There has to be like some sort of framework you make around it that you can make continued predictions for. Which, obviously, it's fucking fantasy. Why am I trying to understand it at a fundamental level? There's gotta be some sort of mystery to it, right? But,
Yeah.
Strong, Alexandra.
Is everything alright?
I was just
It's a
wondering
hand.
if there was
It's
some
not
sort
every
of,
day.
What do you mean
method
I-
to how a wizard would sit down and be
With
like,
Ranrocks,
like
I
new
don't
magic.
bother, but
So
everyone
what
wants
we do. We gotta start with, like, starts from somewhere. Like some sort of, like, baseline magic formula.
I think it just originates from the Latin words for things, and that gives them. This is my theory on it anyway, because I know they use Latin to make the spells. My assumption of it is they take Latin and they use the meanings of these Latin words. I don't know why Latin specifically works the best, but they take Latin and its definition and use that definition of the Latin word as a focus point for how their magic will present itself.
Okay.
It certainly takes... I'm not...
Alright, time to kill a troll.
Troll on the loose near a hamlet. That could be devastating.
Oh boy. I have to watch a presentation!
I take it you're Alexandra's friend.
Oh boy.
Watch this presentation about the use of the verb haber, ser, and estar. Then, review the summary before moving to the practice section in aplicar. Presentación. Yeah, sure I fucking learned them.
Ah.
Hope you don't hear this.
I hear like little bits of it, but I have no idea what's being said. It sounds like background muffling.
Good, thank you.
I'm playing horribly right now.
I feel awful for Alexandra, but the hamlet needed to be saved from that troll. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. It's done. There wasn't much.
Remember that the letter H is I. Now let's consider
Vanquisher?
I need some time on my own, but truly,
The Troll Vanquisher. Suppose I did earn the title. Revelio.
is I. To express add no. With the verbs say. Library. Sentence. But I write it by as a library.
Hello, might you have time to help with an urgent delivery?
Revelio.
Campus hay dos bibliotecas. On campus, there are 2 libraries. How many libraries are on campus? Do you think?
Now that there's no combat going on, I can hear what's being said.
Oh,
It's okay. I don't care.
These 3 verbs, ser, estar, and haber, or I,
Godspeed, here I come.
you need to try. Eso es todo.
it is wonderful to see you back here.
fuck!
Yes, yes. Hello, other slave. I'm sorry. Do you think the enslavement of the house elves is funny?
Slave labor is funny. Slave labor is funny.
I'm so glad I get this on stream.
Oh no.
Look, I'm just calling my house elf by what it
Penny
is.
wishes
I'm
you
not.
safe and wondrous
I'm not saying I
travels.
condone it. I'm just saying, you know, I gotta work within the system to achieve my goals.
Thomas Jefferson be like.
Look, bro, it's the late 1800s. Okay. I think this game actually takes place in the year 1890, which is like 3 years before Dumbledore starts at Hogwarts.
Lol, this is 40 years or so after the Revolutionary War. Wait, no, I meant the
You
fucking
mean the
Shut up
Civil
the
War?
fuck up. I had the fucking right image in my head, you dipshit.
I know,
Oh!
I know. Look, I know what you meant.
Look at me here, just trying to do some fucking Spanish, thinking my ass off, and I just fucking let that one slip. And... Oh boy! You didn't know history. No.
Boy, you got the thing no one cares. No, I was gonna say no one cares about, but you got the thing wrong. Oh no. Ooh, I got a new wand handle and I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna roll with it. That's right, you wanted to see some of that drip.
I do want to see the drip. Let me save a file first.
What do you want to see first? Cloaks?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to easily find a cloak, per se. I don't want anything that looks too esoteric. Maybe something that's, like, slightly more modern, you know? Something that, like, you'd...
Hold up, I got you.
Do you have some fucking muggle clothes?
I got you, Holmes. Hold up. Let me pick out an outfit for you, my guy. Please tell me I actually have it with this character. I may only have it with the other character, and it makes me sad. I actually have outfits with I have outfits with my other character that I don't have with this character. Yikes, I don't have it. Oh well. What's this? Oh, her Herodonia's cape. I'm wearing a straw hat? I had a hood on, so I couldn't see what my hat was. Nah, get rid of that.
I guess I'll see that in a moment.
Let's get rid of the robe for now, and we'll do the outfit first.
I mean, I could find a trench coat, possibly.
Something more muggle. A lot of the muggle looking outfits are very suit looking.
It's okay. Hell, I wouldn't even mind, like, ending up in some sort of Fantastic Beasts drip, and that was, like, early 1900s, right?
Yeah, that was like the 1930s. Wait, where was the thing I was wearing a second ago? No, where is it? Where's the outfit I had on?
I really enjoyed how they made Johnny Depp look as Grindelwald more than the guy who replaced him.
Yeah.
A shame they had to do that. Well, they didn't really have to, but you know.
There it is. This is my favorite outfit that I have right here for like a chess piece for the male character. This is the Grey Adventurer ensemble. I've been wearing this with the
I'm waiting to catch up with the stream. Grey Adventure ensemble.
Yeah, I've been wearing this with the Beast Rescuer robe.
I think a trench coat would work, honestly. Trench coat and boots.
I mean, it just makes you sound like you're gonna look like Blade, but sure.
Aw, damn. I was thinking like a trench coat and some sort of fedora.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Did I leave it in the bathroom when I was taking a shit?
That'd be funny.
I don't see it in here. Is it under my ass? Did I leave it out there by the computer when I was? Oh, it's right here. It was underneath something, so I couldn't immediately see it. Okay. I'm gonna look on Amazon and see how much wizard robes are. I got an Amazon gift card recently, and I'm gonna see how much they cost for just some
So,
half decent Harry Potter robes.
here's a question. If a wizard breaks their wand, are they... Rather, actually, better question. So, the wand chooses the wizard. They typically are like, that's your wand for life. But can you conceivably go to, like, a wand shop and, like, have multiple wands choose you or something?
Yes, you can. You can technically have multiple wands that have chosen you. Yes.
Is that ever explored in the story of the books?
Bro, you can get like a wizard robe off Amazon for $25.
Let's open Amazon.
Like, I'm thinking of getting this, the colorful house velvet wizard robe with hood and sleeves. Ooh, it comes in purple. Gotta be careful looking up wizard robes, bro. I don't know if you knew this, but one of the high ranks in the Ku Klux Klan is called the Grand Wizard.
I know, yeah. That's...
I think it's ridiculous, but I also think it's kind of hilarious that of all the things they chose to be called Grand Wizard.
Yo, when you just wanted to look up Great Wizard Robes, but you said Grand Wizard Robes. Oops.
So, hold up. I gotta confer. Whoa, what is this? Looks like steampunk tailcoat Assassin's Creed. What is this thing? $70? And it's burgundy? That thing looks sick. Looks like I'd be sweaty as hell walking around Universal in that, but shit.
Can you link this to me on Discord?
Oh, what I'm looking at right now? Yeah, hold on. I don't know about a link, but I can like send you a picture of it. Because I'm using... Wait, can I send a link? Is that a thing I can do? Yes, I can. Cool. Over Discord, you said?
Yeah.
There you go. It comes in black as well, but it's a slightly different design. I don't like it as much as the burgundy. This is like a $70 robe I'm looking at for this though. It's not even a robe. It's a tailcoat. Like, you'll see.
All right.
What kind of wizard robe things are you looking to like
Oh shit, I'm not looking for something that's like too medieval and flashy. I'm looking for something that's
Conservative, simple.
yes, I basically just kind of want to look like I walked out of the set of Fantastic Beasts or something, you know? I don't want to look. I just kind of want to look a little bit done up. Almost like I'm. Not LA Noir kind of like vibes, or anything, but. I've got like something that kind of flows behind me a little bit. Like a trench coat, which is probably why I'm gonna get a trench coat. Honestly, they're probably gonna have a fucking field day whenever they're just like, hey, you're gonna walk through this fucking like metal detector wearing that thing? Sir, we're gonna have to set you aside for a fucking hour while we caress every single
Bro, you could get like
crevice.
a proper like over your clothes black robe for like $20 on Amazon anyway, and it comes in multiple colors.
Okay.
It doesn't look
What the
all that
fuck?
comfortable, but here I'll send you the link to. I'll send you the link to this one.
Wait, I have a friend who could might be help me with this. I have to readjust my microphone real fast.
Oh no, that's nice. For $50. That's lavish.
Alright.
So if you're looking for something more trailing cloak-like, are you looking for something with or without sleeves?
I'll take sleeves.
I'm also looking for something for me, but I don't know if I want to go walking around Universal all day dressed in heavy ass, really warm cloak. Why is there an Emperor Palpatine costume listed with the wizard robes?
He's a space wizard. Space wizard. Space wizard.
Yeah.
Bro, Newt Scamander's wand literally just looks like a fucking stick. It's just a fucking stick.
If you're looking for something simple with like a little bit of lavishness to it for a good price, there's also this one.
Take a look. Perhaps. Perhaps.
I might just wait and get something at Universal. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll have.
Bro. You don't even try. It's gonna be so expensive. Even a basic house robe is gonna run you like $160.
Seriously? It's crazy.
Yes.
I was expecting like 50 or 60, and I'm like,
Nah, upwards of 100. I might have highballed it at 160, but maybe 120. I want to see what I can get from a thrift store.
that's only 40 bucks? That looks sick. And it comes in black. It looks better in brown. Not gonna lie. It comes in black, but it looks so much better in brown. Oh my gosh. Bro, I might be walking around in this drip.
Take a look at this. Doesn't look too bad.
Could just wear my Jedi outfit I already have. Just go as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Walk around Universal.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's something you save for Disney.
Can we watch the Thumb Wars together?
I
watch
don't know what it is, and therefore I don't know if that's safe to agree to for my sanity, knowing some of the things I know you to watch. But sure.
It's okay, it's not like a YTP or even like a YouTube video. It's an actual like parody movie. It's called Thumb Wars: The Phantom Cuticle, and it's basically the entirety of Phantom of the Menace, but everyone's a thumb. They actually made that movie. I don't know why, but they did.
What color robe are you looking for? I feel like that's something I should ask. Plain black, blue,
navy blue, black, or even just some kind of muted color. Let me just pull up a character and see if I can't have something that looks like this. Hell, I wouldn't even mind with. Let me just get a character to run some reference with. This motherfucker.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
But with sleeves. Doesn't look extremely Harry Potter, but it looks very Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah. I will say the movies in general have a very different vibe and design to how wizards are described in the books. Like how they dress in the books is totally different from how they make them look in the movies. I'm talking like not even near the same thing. The closest thing are like the basic school robes.
Are they more flashy?
So in the books, wizards wear almost exclusively robes. Like they don't wear like the suits or anything. They only dress in muggle clothes if they're going out to interact with muggles or where they may interact with muggles. And even then, a lot of wizards are so out of touch with what muggle fashion is actually supposed to look like that they'll just buy random muggle pieces of apparel and wear them like completely mix matched. Like for example, in the fourth book, when like going to the Quidditch World Cup and the Ministry made everyone have to dress like Muggles to attend, for like purchasing the campsite and stuff. There was like a dude dressed in like a blue and white striped like one piece swimsuit for men's and like a yellow,
Oh,
I think like a yellow, like they dressed horribly because they not like almost none of them knew what muggles actually dressed like because they spent their
I
whole
should
lives around
investigate.
wizards, and wizards almost exclusively
I
wear
know a moth to try
robes
when I see
in
one.
Harry Potter. Like they don't wear like ties and suits and stuff like they show in the movies. They just like exclusively wear robes.
god damn.
So like suit and tie kind of look is exclusive to the book or to the movies, with the exception of like a few trained Ministry officials who have to make an appearance in like the Muggle world.
That's that. Settled.
Are there significantly more muggles in the world than wizards?
Yes, wizards would be considered a minority.
Like, would it be safe to say that there's only maybe 100,000 wizards?
Oh, there's more than that, like worldwide. I don't know what the ratio is of wizard to muggle. There are definitely more muggles than wizards, but there are a lot of wizards worldwide, like in total. Maybe in like a single country, like a few thousand. But I'm not exactly sure. That's something I kind of want to look up now, though. Also, my personal theory, is that there's actually no such thing as a Muggle-born. And that Muggle-borns are just descendants of squibs.
Revelio.
Do you know what
Squibs are... Yeah.
If I say, you know what a squib is?
A person born from two wizards or something that can't use magic.
Yes. Because most squibs choose to live in Muggle society rather than, like, be essentially, like, useless in wizard society. And so my theory is that, like, all Muggle-borns are just descendants of squibs that were born with magic.
Ah, I see.
I didn't mean to freak that.
And it's impossible for a muggle to ever learn magic?
Yes. It's got to be in your blood.
They could use magic items, though, right? I'm sure.
If an item is inherently magic, and you can use it without having to use a spell, then yes, probably for sure. Despite what you would think, I know muggles can't make potions either.
Really?
Yeah. It actually does require some minor spell work to actually make potions.
Wingardium Leviosa. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
Hay muchas computadoras en el salón de clase. Cierto. El salón de
Good.
clase es moderno.
Good. You got that classic white person accent.
I know.
It adds that perfect touch.
Hay mesas en vez de escritorios en el salón de clase.
I had the same problem when I tried learning French in high school. Every time I spoke, I sounded like the whitest person trying to speak French. So I guess it's more like the most American person trying to speak French.
Hay mesas en vez de escritorios en el salón de clase. There are tables instead of desks in the classroom.
Because that's such an important phrase to know. Not like, saying, where am I? Where's the nearest police station?
No hay estudiantes en el aula. There are no students in the classroom. Hay 3 sillas en cada mesa.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Fuck's gotta be. Okay. Each. There are 3 chairs at each table.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Wrong. They fucking lied. They have to die now. Corte. Falso. El salón de clase está desordenado. Falso. Es una clase de español. Imposible de terminar. No hay una pantalla en el salón de
Handy
clase.
resource indeed, your
There
field guide.
is
I've no
not.
Excellent.
been
Now
thinking.
just say it fluently and with a proper accent. I'm kidding. I would be doing worse than you right now, so I got no room to talk. I mean, we're over here pronouncing our T's as D's. What can I say?
So hay una pantalla en el salón de clase.
No, bro. Until you can speak it so fast, I
Right.
can't even tell where one word ends and the other begins. You're not fluent.
Yeah, that's exactly. I can't do that. Fuck that. The Spanish teacher explained that to me. That English, we have a disadvantage because our words are slower and a lot more distinct. There's a lot of what he calls diphthongs in Spanish. It's basically when a word flows right into another, and they sound the same. Like they sound like it's just one word. Like instead of es moderno, it's es moderno. Bad example, but that's what we come up with. Oh, here's a good one. Not el aula, it's el aula. Why everything like sounds like one word. Because almost, not all, but many words in Spanish end with a vowel sound, not a consonant. Unlike in English, where many words end in a consonant. So it's easy to tell
How nice to see you,
words
my young
apart.
friend.
Have you ever watched the video on YouTube where it's like what English sounds like to a foreign person?
Yes. So, funny enough, Brian, if you quickly plug and unplug your ears really fast when you try to listen to somebody talk, you can actually get the same effect of trying to like listen. You can get the same effect that those videos are trying to do. In fact, do it to yourself right now while I try to explain.
You're gonna have to wait while I fight off like a horde of zombies.
Okay.
Level 3 lock. Yeah, bullshit. Alright, what do you want me to do? Because trying to block my ears while I have a headset on is a little difficult.
Oh, you're right. That's probably a very bad idea. Unless you can have me play through the speakers of the TV.
I don't know, I can kinda do it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, pretty much, if you just keep doing that, unplugging and plugging your ears really quickly.
At what speed?
Like, in it, like, like
Okay.
that. Like, really quickly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue talking now. What I was going to say is Professor Hulk was something that I was looking into because I wanted to understand what the fuck it meant by him changing between the two of them, or if it was
I could still understand what you were saying.
I guess he just had to do it quicker. I don't know. Maybe because
It might be the headset thing, I don't know.
it might be. I could do that to myself, but then again, I think I have the not a really advantage, it's a disadvantage, but the already subpar ability to.
Come back. Come back, unicorn! I'm
I already
trying
have the
to
subpar
help.
ability to understand what people say normally. like, unless you're speaking, like, very enunciated, clear English to me, there's a huge chance I'm just not gonna fucking understand you, even if you're, like, a native speaker. Because, like, if you're, like, just, like, a little bit too quick with words, and just kind of, like, let them lie together, I just will be like, what the fuck did you just say? And I'm sure you know that. That's probably, like, a very common question I ask you a lot is, what? What? Say that again?
Yeah, I know.
Professor
Yo.
Howell will never believe this.
There's one unicorn. Now I need another unicorn of the opposite gender. Need a female.
Revelio.
This had better not be a trick.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Ricky, little cake flap. You're that hypocrite.
Levioso. Descendo.
That's gonna be my favorite spell combination, is using Levioso with Descendo.
Confringo.
Oh, very close, that's what that meant. Where is the gym? It's very close. Well, go fuck yourself. You didn't tell me where the gym was when I asked you, ¿Dónde está el gimnasio? Oh, I'm sorry. ¿Dónde está el gimnasio?
Sorry, I forgot to add a little bit of phlegm in there.
Oh, it's required, actually.
It is in French as well. If you're not saying croissant, you're just fucking wrong, I guess.
What word can you think of or remember that required it?
Croissant.
Croissant?
Croissant.
Oh.
Instead of croissant, it's croissant.
Croissant.
What do I remember from my French class? Like, really? Hold on. I did learn some stuff, but I just don't ever touch it, because I don't care to. I cheated my way to pass that class, because I really didn't... I mean, I actually did want to learn French, but teaching it to myself over virtual school was just annoying.
How do you say with?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh.
Bro, I learned, like, the first 2 weeks of, like, the basic, like, greetings and answers and stuff like that, and then immediately, like, I know, like, bonjour, comment allez-vous, which is just literally means hello, how are you? Like, I know vous means you, but there's more than one way to say you. Vous is the formal way of saying you.
Oh. Yeah, it's like in Spanish, like, usted is the formal way of saying you, but then tú is the informal way.
Yeah, so French and Spanish have a fair amount of similarities because they're both love languages. And
Yes.
they both have, like, similar origins to, like, how the language formed. So, like, French has casual and formal ways of saying things in addition to both masculine and feminine ways of addressing a person or an object. Will have an identity
long ago, no doubt.
in, like, how you pronounce it, whether you pronounce it
Yeah,
effeminately or
grammatical
masculine.
gender. grammatical gender. Like, apparently in Spanish, a stapler is feminine.
I mean, I remember the word for library, which was biblioteca.
Oh, that's a direct cognate. That's, biblioteca is what it is in Spanish too. But interestingly enough, libreria is a bookstore in Spanish. And it's very important that I say it libreria and not libreria. And I'm sure that French was very annoying with all of the accent marks. There's only one accent mark in Spanish.
French was just annoying because I had to teach it to myself. I feel like I would have had a lot more fun if I had, like, had a proper class.
Oh.
Because I really did enjoy the language. Like, I thought it would be really cool to actually learn French. That's why I picked it. And then, you know, it was kind of like, oh yeah, teach it to yourself.
What the fuck? Why?
I remember the French name for Santa
These
Claus.
Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
What?
Pierre Noel.
Pierre and fucking Pierre. What?
Pierre Noel or something, I think is what it was. French name for Santa.
That's pretty funny. I made a fucking, you were only there for, like, freshman year of high school, weren't you?
And sophomore, freshman and sophomore. And then for my junior and senior year, I did virtual school.
You never had to deal with Miss Bergman.
Nope.
Actually, you did hear about it, though, because Slap and
Little
I...
bit.
Yeah. She throws staplers at people.
Revelio.
I'm dead ass.
I know. I know. I've heard the stories.
It's just, the only difference was, now I knew that stapler that she was throwing at me was a woman.
That's it's good. It's a good thing
These
to
rocks
know.
have seen better days.
I mean, I never forgot that a stapler was feminine in Spanish.
Could it be?
That's not why she threw the stapler, but by association, like what a stapler meant in that classroom, it stuck.
Revelio. Lumos.
A las cuatro? ¿Cómo es la clase de yoga? Or
All I know
hay
is
clase.
the number 4 was somewhere in there.
You're correct.
I do know how to count in Spanish to some degree.
Let's see how high I can go, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, no, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20,
Revelio.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and then it's kind of rinse and repeat from there. So I'm gonna kind of skip a few and say 40, 50, which is 50,
Does Spanish have the same thing that French does, where like once you get to 40, it's a no, like there is no, yeah, it's literally 220s, and then 80 is like 420s.
No. Believe it or not, it actually has like
Lumos.
real rules. Like there is like a version of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100. Which I think 100 is like, I don't remember.
Yeah, I just remember it was ridiculous
Yeah.
trying to. I just remember it was ridiculous when you tried to say like 1,182 or some like large number, because it was all broken up into basically saying, oh yeah, there's like 520s, and then like, you know, 520s plus like some. I couldn't even describe to you how it was spoken, but it was weird. It was like as if saying like 1,140, you were basically saying 520s, like X amount of 20s, X amount of 20s, X amount of 10s. And it was like, okay, can't you just, you know, make a new word at this point? I feel like it'd be a lot easier.
Oh, okay. So the question was, ¿Hay clase de yoga esta tarde? Which means, is there yoga class later? And then the answer was, sí, a las cuatro. No, sorry.
Okay, so I was close with one of the words, and I think that was tarde, which I assumed meant late of some kind. Like had something to do with being late, which I'm assuming it translates to later.
Yeah, that's how I remember it too. I think tardy, and then I'm just like, yeah, late. It can also be used in the context, I think, of like afternoon. Like if you want to say good afternoon, you'd say buenas tardes. So that's another way it can be used. A little bit flexible. Like good late. Like literally it's translating to good late, but people understand it as good afternoon. What the fuck did he just say to me? Tenemos hacer proyectos. We have to do projects. So what was the first word again? Okay, saying no, we have to do our projects.
Wingardium Leviosa.
So, is there an exam? So, hay exámenes en el clase de español. ¿Cómo son los exámenes en el clase de español? So, oh, okay, I get it now, because it's saying, no, we have to do projects, is basically what he said. He said, no, tenemos hacer proyectos. So, he's saying, no, we do projects. Or rather, no, we have to do projects, because he said tenemos.
No, I'm from the projects.
Oh god, I have to fucking listen to this again. Okay, I have no idea what Hoven means. I'll have to look that up.
I got a new broom design. Oh, what?
Fucking means young.
Bro, so I got a new broom called the Wildfire, and it has the same like flaming tail effect as the Ember broom, but the tail is like a slightly different design, and the handle looks like twisted wood. It looks pretty cool, actually. I like it.
Yeah, that does look pretty good. I like it.
castle.
fucking one more of
Must
these
have been quite
things.
stately
Alright.
in its time.
Where did I set my traps?
Hola, David. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, Ana.
Or up
¿Y
above?
tú? ¿Qué tal?
I thought you were actually talking to me for a second. I thought you were calling me by my first name. And I was be like, "Sis,
Oh
why
my
do you call
God.
me David?"
Oh no.
What would you be needing?
Who the fuck even
Since-
calls you David? Your boss? Your fucking professor?
Just people who don't know me past like a mildly professional level.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I often forget my name is actually David. Like, I do regularly forget that David is like part of my name.
What made you not go by David anymore?
I never went by it like my whole life. Since I was a baby, I've been called Brian because I'm a junior. My dad was called David. Well, my father, for lack of a better term.
I understand.
Sperm donor, I guess would be more accurate.
Right.
You know what I mean.
I
He
get
was
what you
referred to as David, so I was called Brian.
Aloha Mora.
Understood.
I don't mind being called David, it doesn't bother me any. Not to mention my stepfather's name is David as well, so... There's that.
Bien, gracias. Tengo que ir a clase. No, a la
I thought
clase
you...
de.
I know you do... I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know you do Spanish, but for a second there, all I heard was something about, like, good ass. I don't know what you actually just said in Spanish, but that's what I heard.
Bien, gracias.
Okay, you said gracias. I heard den ass. I was like,
Oh no.
sure thing, bro.
Eaten
Eating ass, bro.
Bien, gracias. Tengo que ir a la clase de literatura ahora. El salón para clase blank en el nuevo edificio. So the fucking salon. I don't know.
Something about Spanish Theseus. I don't know what you said.
I hope so.
Aha!
I hope
I
it's
see
Spanish.
you.
It'll save my ass. Oh, it's the fucking lounge. That's what it means.
You ever heard of the ship of Theseus?
Yes.
Never mind. I guess you wouldn't. I guess you wouldn't get that reference. Never mind. It's from. I was referencing Mark Flyer from the Distractable podcast. There was an episode where they were talking about something, and they were like telling stories, and Mark just went, "You ever heard of the ship of Theseus?" And that was like one of his stories. He talked about like the concept of the ship of Theseus. What would you refer to it as? Like the whole ship of Theseus thing? A thought experiment, I guess.
That's probably the best thing. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And he used that as an answer, but he used it in like one of the most hilarious ways possible. And then they changed the topic to something completely different. And then once again, when it got to his turn for a response, he went, "Alright, so guys, have you ever heard of the ship of Theseus?" And he used that as his response for every single question, but told it slightly different, and it was hilarious. And then in the next episode, in the very opening, he goes, "Alright guys, so I'm hosting today. Have you ever heard of the ship of Theseus?" And then Bob and Wade just go, "Oh my gosh." I highly recommend the Distractable podcast. It's a good laugh. Like every episode.
Listening to it, yeah.
It's on Spotify. It's great. It's on like if you can find podcasts there, it's gonna be there. You can really kind of listen to it anywhere. Speaking of Markiplier, I really need to watch his documentary. He made a documentary about his mom that actually looks very interesting.
Yeah, wanted to
Seems
watch
we may
that
have
one
an
of these
intruder
days.
in
Está. ¿Cómo está? Ah.
Estoy bien, me too.
Ah, yes? And how is the lounge? Super moderno! Ooh. They're really fucking hitting me with that word. Super moderno? Me gusta mucho el salón.
Real quick, no count in
Let's see what's up
French.
your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Just ask you to count in a totally different language. It's surprisingly similar.
Un, dos,
No,
tres.
I'll you were close with the first two and way off with the third. It's well, see how far I can count in French. Jeez, it's been a long time. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, onze. No, onze is 11. Is it? Hold on. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, dix, onze.
These?
I don't remember anything past 11.
Oh.
These, I know that one of them, I know that 19 is dix neuf. It made me laugh every time.
These
Because
what?
it's dix neuf, because neuf is 9 and dix is 10, so you say dix neuf, 10, 10, 10, 9, 19.
Merlin himself would be proud.
I know that, like, everything past, like, I think 13 is dix cent, dix huit, dix neuf, and then 20, and I don't remember what 20 is. Big years. I'm probably getting some of that wrong, but I do believe D's is D's. It's not actually D's. I'm pronouncing it that way because I think it's funny, but I think it's like D-I-S. D's. But you were close with the first two. It's not un do, it's un deux. And then not tre, trois.
I have something to show you over Discord.
I have something to show you in real life.
Too fucking bad I'm not there.
But you will be. And
Oh,
I will have
no.
it with me. I'm not saying you should be afraid, but you should be concerned.
What?
Just in general, you know.
Do you have a balisong knife?
These Merlin trials won't get the best
A
of me.
what knife?
A balisong.
No, I do not have a ballad or a song, but I do have a knife. But that's not what I was going to show you.
Revelio.
Merlin Trials.
Revelio.
I wonder if I even get anything if I complete all the Merlin Trials. I mean, I got Merlin's robes, but I didn't get that from completing anything. I
Lived
got that
here
for
once.
attending the live stream on Twitch.
Oh, there's a... Fuck.
Yeah, the Merlin's robe item, the only way to get it is if you attended the live stream on Twitch,
There's a
like
pleasant
the day of
surprise.
the official game drop, or like a couple days after it officially dropped. And you had to stay in the stream for at least half an hour to get it. I only showed up for like the last hour, so I only got 2 of the drops. But I was guaranteed Merlin's robes. I also got like these spectacle things. They don't really look all that good, so I don't care. The only thing that was really there of worth was Merlin's robes.
Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
This is new. Unless I'm missing something, this is new. I've never seen this Merlin trial before. I don't know how to solve it. I'm assuming I have to rotate this block somehow.
Levioso. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ah.
Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Descendo.
Oh god. I need to know how to do complex analysis to fucking do graduate level electromagnetism. Oh boy.
Look, just remember, by the end of it, you'll look smarter than everyone else.
I wanna be smarter, Brian. I don't wanna look smarter.
You're a better man than me. Look, I desire greatness, but I aspire for just above average.
Meanwhile, I'm like fucking melting in front of my computer screen, just fucking reaching for the fucking screen. Me no get. I've watched me and my peers just slowly lose our fucking sanity as the years go by in this
Maybe
fucking
if I
school.
use... No, wrong spell. Is it Flipendo? Flipendo. That makes sense.
Wingardium Leviosa. Flipendo.
Can I flip it this way? There we go.
Oh, you're wasting your time with her, my friend. I've seen her show more affection to a whore club. Lamb to the Leviosa. Little brat. You've made a great.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An ashwinder. Flipendo!
Did I do it? Am I missing one? Is there a fourth one of these somewhere? Okay, I misunderstood.
That's that. Settled.
You don't have work tomorrow, do you?
No.
Good.
No, if I did, I would have gone to bed like an hour and 15 minutes ago. I got some schoolwork to do tomorrow, but I got all day to do it.
Oh, I'm gonna exhaust you.
And I am planning on going to the gym in the morning, but
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
Ay, computadoras en cada mesa. No, cada grupo de 6 estudiantes tiene que compartir una computadora. Hay 6 en total. Entonces, our students will
You're stupid.
mother. Oh.
My best work, I'll admit. Sego! Incendio!
No, it is very much. In reality, there are two
It's
classes.
shameful what you've done with Lelio.
There are 2 professors also. We have class together? That's what that fucking means? What the fuck? There's this word, like, genial. It's spelled G-E-N-I-A-L, like genial, or
I've
genial.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
It's funny. Where? ¿Dónde está el nuevo salón de clase? Oh no, ¿dónde está?
Are you supposed to say it like you're out of breath?
No, 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 I'm being a dipshit. No. So I played Magic.
You're supposed to say it like Voldemort whispering to his snake.
Está looking está.
You know the books describes Parseltongue as sounding like vastly different. So in the movies, the movies did so many things different. I don't think the movies made a bad choice with this one in particular. But in the book, it's described as a series of hissing and spitting noises when they speak Parseltongue.
Yeah, I think having him like fucking doing that shit, no.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Having it be a whispery kind of thing where it's a bit more mysterious. Suspend your disbelief rather than fucking.
I think it's supposed to be more like a kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
At least that's how I always pictured it. But I don't know if you just want to have like, that's fine too.
It's a regional dialect.
Yeah, bro. I'm usually talking to them southern snakes. Far less refined.
Lumos.
It's those northern British snakes that make that whispery sound.
Samson had us do. Oh, motherfucker!
Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay, I fixed it.
Back. Close.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Sorry, my fucking command thingy came up with the voice, and it just fucking
Wingardium Leviosa.
activates sometimes. I said Samson,
Leviosa.
and apparently that made it trigger, and then I said Samson again, and then it tried to make me switch users to Samson, and that wasn't good at Pog. But we played Magic today, but it was like a double commander match during the Daytona 500, and it was like the most insufferable fucking thing I've ever done. Double commander with like 3 decks that did tokens. As somebody who barely ever fucking plays Magic, seeing all this shit on the board, I'm like, Samson, we're still like above 70 health each. I don't want to keep fucking doing this. I came here to play Magic, not Warhammer. I'm done. But we had another fucking like analogy thing, like he was explaining how to play the game, and we brought up the classic fucking dog trying to get the peach out of the tree metaphor that he gave me to play Magic. And
his metaphors always kill me. They like, to me, they make like almost no sense, like half the time.
Yeah, I know.
But I have to pretend they make sense, or he keeps trying to make it make sense, and it only ends up getting more convoluted.
Well, I make the very terrible mistake of challenging him on how the fuck that's supposed to help me, and eventually we just end up arguing over that instead of playing the game. And finally, because I'm progressively getting more and more silly, well, he tries to speak at me, but it's just a fucking burp, but his mouth is moving like he's talking, so it's just, but fucking like, his mouth is moving, and I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm falling out of my fucking chair, hitting my head against the fucking chair, as he's fucking burping to me an explanation. And at that point, he's just standing over me, being like, "Are you kidding?" At that
Yeah.
point, no more
He
magic.
he always somehow finds a way to bring out the inner retard in you.
I don't know what it
He
is.
draws it out, whether he means to or not. Sometimes it's intentional, and other times it's just him existing in the room with you.
It really is. It really fucking is. I think his child is used to the chicanery though, because I'm glad that she doesn't like get afraid whenever I do stupid shit.
If
Like
anything, I
just
feel like
be
she'd think
loud.
it's. If anything, I feel like she'd just look at you weird or think it's funny.
I think I introduced myself as, "Hello, I'm sorry. Hello, I'm stupid. I'm sorry." Just shrugged my shoulders. She seemed to understand. Please be. Fuck! Oh yeah, Esta. It needs to be Esta.
The Astari. Didn't know you were on that Lord of the Rings shit.
Or the mother of God and all that is fuck. Please. Please. Oh, it's practice. Yay, I don't have to do it. I don't know why I put off my Spanish. I'm so goddamn wrong.
Bro, that's how I feel about Linux. Actually, I know I put off Linux. I put off Linux not intentionally, but because I couldn't figure out how to access my assignments for a long while.
Oh. That's...
I have been
I
putting off networking though, and I need to not do that. I've got like 6 assignments I need to do.
La nota, la tableta, la computadora, el edificio.
Bro, I want you to, I want you to like use a phone book or Google and find the phone number of like an all Hispanic like cleaning company, and just whatever you just said, just repeat that directly into the phone the moment they pick up, and then just hang up.
Bro, they would fucking hear, literally, the grade... No.
The grade, the office, the tablet, the computer.
And that's what they fucking hear.
Alright.
Lejos.
No more Mr. Fair Wizard. It's time for Mr. Cheesy Potion Wielding Wizard.
Ducio. That's a word. I think it means... comprar, leer, escribir. Comprar means to buy. Leer means to read. And the only reason why I remember what leer means is spelled L-E-E-R. And I think of the Pokemon move Leer, where it's like looking at you, and I'm imagining a fucking Shinx leering over a book.
Nobody will believe I defeated an Ashwinder.
You know,
that's literally how I've always remembered how to. That's how I've always remembered that.
You
Even
know,
back in high school.
it may make the fights way easier, but it is so satisfying when you just like use every potion in the game simultaneously. And then just go hog wild on like a group of enemies, and you've got like a thunderstorm around you striking everybody, and all your spells like their cooldown like is stupidly fast, and then you can't take damage, and your spells do extra damage, and you just obliterate like a whole squad.
It really gives that, the power fantasy vibe,
Tienda virtual. la tienda natural. Vieja, nueva, administrada,
Ministrata.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Administrativa.
Gotta roll my R. I don't know. I hate rolling R's. I hate it with a passion.
I hate rolling R's too.
It's annoying to listen to. It's annoying to try and pronounce.
Some people can roll their R's like without saying a word. I can only roll my R's if it's like in the middle of a word.
Administrativa.
Sorry, not there is no V sound in Spanish. The V in Spanish sounds like a very faint B sound. Administrativa. Administrativa. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
La oficina, la nota.
You know, it may require more to learn, but I feel like having a language having its own alphabet would help make learning pronunciations way easier, rather than be like, oh, in this language, this letter doesn't make the same sound. Just have, you know, a whole new letter to represent the sound being made.
Right. I would still prefer learning Spanish over Russian or something.
Yeah. I would like to learn Russian. It'd be pretty cool.
I'd rather learn
I like the way Russian sounds.
I want to learn German. That's the one. Latin and German are the ones I'm actually passionate for, but the one that I actually have a leg up in is Spanish, because I've been forced to fucking do it for so long.
It's been told to me that if you learn Spanish, it's pretty easy to learn French.
And Italian. But it's harder to learn Portuguese because it's way too similar to Spanish.
What? Someone's here.
I actually find fighting goblins more satisfying in this game than fighting other wizards. Just because I can disarm them and hit them with their own weapons.
Oh my god. Holy mother. Closest to you. El apartamento. El pulcro. El centro estudiante. El cuarto. There's a difference between cuatro and cuarto, Brian. Cuarto means quarter, and it also means room. Why does it mean room? Fuck if I know. Actually, I have a theory. Because there are 4 walls to a room. And it can mean quarter.
I mean, I feel like that depends entirely on the construction of the room. I mean, minimum 3 walls. The maximum is a circle, I guess.
Yeah. Right. In typical construction, though. Well, actually, it probably quite literally comes from the word quarters. Probably like, you know, these are your quarters in English. Obviously, that's a little bit too formal to say my room in English. You know. But where quarters probably came from is like the walls. El escritorio. Yes. La cafetería. La residencia estudiante. El libro de texto. El laboratorio.
Incendio.
I think that's my good answers to it. Look at me too, just like this.
Expelliarmus.
No me gustan los cuadros desordenados.
Incendio.
No me gustan recibir malas notas.
Rest easy, my lord friend.
I do not like to receive bad grades.
Yes, words. Foreign words.
Foreign words. I'm sorry I'm being a bitch about having to do this. I have to actually say the words, though.
I don't mind, honestly.
I have to say the
It's
words.
not bothering me at all.
Practice.
I'm just like, being a wizard
Just
while you
fine,
say words I don't know.
Okay.
Which is pretty normal. I mean, wizards say words I don't know too.
Me gustan los animales.
Over here.
Me gusta enseñar. I like to teach. No me gustan los autos modernos. What the mother of fuck? Excuse me? No me gusta. No me gusta. Gusta is like.
Bro, watch the stream. Watch what just happened. I didn't think that was gonna happen when I did that.
I'm watching. Let's see what happens. You're plummeting down, 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 and you jumped. Oh, holy fuck! What the fuck happened to you? Oh my god. You fucking slammed into the ground after you slid off the fucking roof.
Revelio.
Do it again.
No.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Leviosa. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Defender.
Seriously, my defendo missed.
Confringo. Incendio.
That thing that you did that made it blast into a bunch of pieces, is that what happened to Bellatrix?
So that was just, what specific? Some of the thing where like did like the zoom in effect thing, and they did like the explosion and it blasted apart.
She also looked like she was shriveling up. Actually,
That
and, like,
was
the explosion was.
That was actually just a movie thing, like the shrivel up explosion bit. That was an effect for the movie. That was done by like a combination of different spells. I don't know what was actually done there. In the book, Molly does defeat Bellatrix, but I don't think it's in the same way.
Avada Kedavra bottom text.
Oh my gosh, are you watching the videos of the people who do the AI voiceover, like Donald Trump and everyone playing video games?
Yeah.
I watch those too.
Clinton sold it to Chinese firms. Phil kept a few of the kids. God damn it. Okay, get in.
It's time for the Samson option. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm just imagining Samson, like, exiting the bathroom. It's time for me to take another shit. Just walks back into the bathroom. We were discussing what his superpower would be.
Oh my
He said it
gosh,
would-
yeah, I already know. He called me specifically to tell me about it. Boneless! He wanted me to give his D&D character that ability, and while I immediately flat out told him no. I did think that'd be a hilarious ability for Travis to have, just because of his bone min. Just slap someone and just have a skeleton.
Okay,
But
you should make it have a caveat that he can only do it when the enemy is at 1 hit point exactly.
Samson?
Yes.
So the one caveat that I said if I ever did consider it would have been that he could only do it once per long rest.
Okay.
But I'm not giving
it for the boss.
I'm not giving it to him.
Boneless.
I tried to make it avidly clear to please make a character from the rulebook.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
I'm hoping for once he listens to me.
Actually, I want to play, a wizard rogue, bard triple class.
Please no.
I also want to be
his original idea I was actually pretty all for, because I was like, oh, I can make that work really easily, and that was he wanted someone who fought with just shields. I was like, cool, I'll just make his shield a blunt strike weapon, give it a short range, slap a D8 damage die to it, and boom.
He doesn't know what the fuck he wants, does he?
I think he's just still too unfamiliar with the game to look at it and then just be like, this is a concept I have and this is how I make it work within the context of the game. And that's not any fault of his. I mean, I had the same problem when I first started. I didn't really know what the limitations were.
Luckily, I was pampered and started with people who knew exactly how everything worked. Because I started in college at CF, and there was this DM who knew everything worked. He was a shitty DM because, he was a little bit power mad, but he knew how the game worked. So I got a good foundation of just game mechanics from him, not necessarily having fun. Then I met Travis. Turns out he's I wouldn't say he was an expert back then. He's certainly an expert now.
Revelio.
I'm
He knew
slowly. I wouldn't call myself anywhere near an expert, but I'm like, I don't know, journeyman. I know enough of the rules to just like throw something together and it'll like character wise and have it work. Like I know enough of the mechanics of how the game works to effectively utilize them.
I would have to sit down and mull over all of the other classes, like abilities and features,
Handy resource
for
indeed,
just
your
a
field
brief
guide.
moment to
I'm
like
most
catch up with everything else. But by virtue of the fact that I started playing D&D as a wizard, I was forced to have to learn about everything.
Yeah.
So
I
while
think
I
what's
suffered
limiting me from becoming an expert is the fact that I just don't have enough experience actually playing the game.
that too.
I feel like that's the only thing stopping me from being willing to call myself an expert. Is like I have a really good grasp of the mechanics of the game, but not enough actually playing the game.
Revelio.
No, me gusta.
Bro, I'm just waiting to play my Bartificer. I want to play my Bartificer so bad. I know I want to play my Artificer so bad because I will sometimes just open the character sheet just to like read over it again, just because I want to read over it, because out of pure anticipation of me actually using it.
Travis said that he's probably going to talk to all of us about our magic characters that we're playing and
Is no
trying
one
to
playing Marshall?
We have, well, not anymore if we're losing Chandler. We have a rogue, but that doesn't count. It's a rogue. It's designed to support the martial class, not be a martial class.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's alright.
I
I mean,
mean,
it can be a martial class, but it's like...
if he's game for it and Travis is agreeable, we could probably get Samson to play, and he would definitely want to be a martial class. He likes being a big barbarian bully.
We would just have to have Samson actually take things seriously, because we actually want to have, like, an end, rather than,
That's what I'm trying to get him to do with my campaign, is take it seriously.
Let's see if we can have him take your campaign seriously, then we'll consider it. Because if he's like...
Ravenclaw, over here!
Hello again, Imelda.
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive.
I
not
just
running
don't want
scared.
him to be like,
I'm
oh boy,
surprised our
Tom
new fifth
fuckery
year
every
showed
day,
up.
here we go, and...
That's actually...
like...
Thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but...
Because Travis
and
is
in
gonna
my
throw shit
experience,
at
that's
us that's like
everyone.
actually going to fucking kill our asses, and I don't
We'll
want
soon
him to
see
be
how-
like, I'm gonna friendly fire the whole fucking team because it's funny. Not like he'd actually.
I've
Like, fucking...
never had him attempt anything like that when I played with him as a DM. So I've DM'd with him in my games before, and he always has a good time with it. And he'll sometimes goof off and do something, but so far every time he's done it, it's actually been kind of funny. Like the time he played a rogue, and he really wanted a new outfit, and I had them roaming a city and like to kill time in between like the main stuff they were supposed to be doing. So he found like a posh clothing store, and he tried to steal an outfit, and it was the funniest thing because he couldn't. The outfit he wanted was on a mannequin, and he got caught trying to take it, so he just grabbed the whole mannequin and ran through the city trying to get away with this mannequin, with like a multiple $1,000 like suit. It is the funniest thing. He got cornered into a back alley and tried to jump the wall. It was a whole event, but it was hilarious.
Oh wow. Motherfucking fuck balls. Fuck.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself.
What did this is so
Or if you could have any one object in all of the Harry Potter universe actually exist, what would it be?
That wasn't too difficult.
For me, it would be broomsticks. Like flying broomsticks specifically. I mean, I know obviously broomsticks actually exist, but
well. If the invisibility cloak actually made me unseen from death, like the legend said, I'd take that.
The legend isn't actually how it operates. I mean, it is the invisibility, like the Hallow, the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter is the only object to provide true impenetrable invisibility.
Don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no
but,
time. My family's not
I don't know
going
about
to
hiding
believe
you
the news
from
when I tell them.
death.
They're almost as
Right.
competitive as I am. Almost.
It's been fun competing against your
The Elder
records,
Wand
Mother.
feels like a bit of a
has been
trap
fun.
to say because.
Glad you're here.
I mean,
Sure.
I meant object,
Not
like
bad
regardless of
for
whether
a
you could use
Ravenclaw.
magic or not, like just an object exists in
You
real
take
life.
care of yourself.
And it operates how it's intended to. But a wand, I'll say, wouldn't work because you
I
yourself
should
don't
let
have the
Mr.
magic.
Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Right.
So something more inherently magic. Those things fly at like 150 miles an hour, and they go from 0 to that speed in like 6 seconds.
I'd take a time turner.
just takes time turner. All right, I see you. Bro, I just want to be able to like fly really fast and never have to pay for gas to get anywhere ever again.
I'd like to have fucking time to goof off.
Just remember, it doesn't slow your aging. Every hour you turn back is another hour you age faster than everyone else around you.
Oh, so Hermione's gonna die earlier than everyone?
I mean, she only used it for like a year and only used it for classes. So, probably not, but I mean, no, technically yes.
Okay. She was pretty much only like adding like what, maybe like 3 days off.
Yeah, like think like a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 hours a day of extra time on only on like 5 days a week, and minus holidays.
I see.
This looks like trouble.
How did she get the time turner?
So when she... Oh gosh, combat. When she applied for her 3rd year, she had to talk with McGonagall about it, and McGonagall had to basically be a reference for the Ministry of Magic to give the approval for her to use the time turner, as long as she exclusively used it to attend her classes. And if she deviated from that in any way, and McGonagall found out about it, she would be expelled. And the only reason she was able to use it the way she did in the end is because Dumbledore. The only reason anyone ever gets to do anything like outside of permission is Dumbledore.
Did he basically play it cool, like, yeah, I'm gonna protect you? Is that...
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, I'm not gonna say anything, they won't know. No one will know.
Descendo. A storm's coming.
Yeah, I remember him being like in some scene in the third movie that I can barely remember, him being like super based about it, just like ending off the bat. Oh, well, good night. Just kind of with like a cheeky smile, like, yeah, I know you were fucking.
Yeah. That was actually pretty spot on the books. Where they were like, we did it, Professor. Did what? Good night.
Revelio.
Bro, if I could have any magic system exist in real life, I'd probably pick the magic system from the Aragon book series.
Damn, I should probably fucking read that. What's the magic system like for other wizards?
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
There are a couple, really two different ways to wield magic in there. So, the way most people do is by wielding what is referred to as the ancient language. The language has a name, but no one knows it. Because so the way it works is, you speak this language, and by commanding things to happen in this language, they happen, but it takes energy. To be more specific, the way it's described in the book, magic is speaking the ancient language to manipulate energy, creating magic. So you have to have a source of energy to pull from to produce the magic, and for most, as they're called, I think, like, they don't really use the term wizard, they prefer the term, like, magician. Sorcerer is a different thing altogether in Aragon. Sorcerers do something totally different. But, they pull upon the strength of their own body. And it causes them to become more and more fatigued. And the way it works is, like, say, if in the ancient language you said, stone rise, which would be stenreise, it would lift the stone according to however high you were imagining it would lift. However, it would take the same amount of energy from your body to just lift it with your hand.
Oh, I see.
So, but the thing is, you can still accomplish things you couldn't do a mundane way. You know, like, create a ball of light. It would take... Now, there's, like, a couple different ways you could create a ball of light. You could do it with... you could just create the light. You could create a light that emanates heat. You could use fire. There's a bunch of different ways to accomplish the same goal using this form of magic. It just depends on, like, how much of how your vocabulary is, like how extensive you know the language.
I'd imagine you have to eat a lot, don't you?
Eating helps, but there are ways to mitigate how much energy is taken from you. One way is you can store your energy inside of gemstones, and then pull energy from the gemstone before you start pulling from your own body. So, like, something, and later on you end up learning that they can actually pull energy from other living things. But the downside is that you have to connect your... So, people who have magic in the inheritance cycle, Aragon, the actual book series is called the Inheritance Cycle. People who have magic in that are also telepaths. They can read people's minds, just inherently as part of being magic. And in order for them to draw energy from another living thing, they actually have to meld their consciousness with the living thing. So if they pull energy from it, they can accidentally kill it, and they actually feel like they died. So like if they connected with like insects in the ground and pulled energy from them and it killed them, they would feel, you would feel like you just died like 1,000 times, like for each ant you killed. And so it can be a very sickening experience for some people, and for others they relish in that feeling of power from it.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, it's a very, very good book series. I really like the magic system in it. It works really well. But sorcerers can use magic like the normal way with the ancient language, and they do. But what they do is they summon spirits, which are... Spirits in Aragon are not like souls or anything. Spirits are beings made out of pure energy. They come from their own plane of existence and sometimes slip into the physical world. And they summon spirits and then basically trap them and then use energy from them, which is practically limitless. But it's extremely difficult and extremely dangerous, and if you trap a spirit that's malevolent or too powerful, it'll possess your body and then go on a, massive killing spree.
Yeah, I see.
And they're almost impossible to kill because they're stupidly powerful with magic, extremely skilled with like their physical body they possess, and the only way to actually kill them is to stab them through the heart. Like, cutting their head off would just cause their physical form to dissipate for a short while, and they'd reform somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
And when someone becomes possessed like that, they're called a shade. And then there is another way to use magic, which is without any structure, like no language structure, to just enforce your will upon reality without the structure of language. But the problem with this is that if your intention or your thoughts stray while trying to accomplish magic like this, you could end up, one, killing yourself, and or two, doing something completely different from what you were actually intending. And you don't actually have to speak the ancient language out loud. You can say it like by thinking the words. The danger to that, though, is that if you do it without speaking it aloud, if your thoughts stray, you could accidentally do something you weren't intending. Like, for example, if you were to say out loud, this is an example that's given in the book, burn that door, the door would burn. But if you said it in your mind and you said burn that door, but then happened to, at the very end, think of someone you just looked at, they would catch on fire instead.
Oh, I see.
So it's the safest and most like effective way is to just speak it out loud. And not everyone can use magic in Aragon. You have to be born with the ability, or you can gain it later on by becoming a dragon rider. All dragon riders wield magic, and becoming a dragon rider will give you that power. And like most elves have magic. Not all of them, but like 90% of them have magic. Actually, that's probably an overestimation, because even in the books they say like having magic is rare even among elves, but of all the races, elves have the most spellcasters.
Okay.
And technically, magic in Aragon, by its according to Oramus, is technically called gramarye.
Oh, gramarye?
Yes. Also, if you use the ancient language, you can speak the ancient language without casting magic. The way it's described is like to actually use it as a spell, you have to not only speak the language, but you have to like cross this sort of barrier in the back of your mind that allows you to access your body's energy pool to actually make a spell. Otherwise, you're just speaking the language. However, while speaking the language, it's impossible to tell a lie. You can only speak the truth while speaking the ancient language.
Oh, I see.
And the only race alive that almost exclusively speaks the language is elves.
The elves just don't lie.
More like they lie by giving a... They tell the truth, but they tell it in a way that gives an impression opposite to what their actual meaning is.
Okay. They can be deceitful, but they can't.
Yeah, they can be
lie.
deceitful, but they can't outright tell a lie. They can tell a version of the truth.
This could prove dangerous if we're not careful.
But the magic system is pretty crazy. It's one of my favorite magic systems. I love it a lot. Also, magic in Aragon is like pretty much instantaneous. Like once you finish the wording for a spell, it just happens. And as a result, a duel between two spellcasters in Aragon is like really weird. It's not like they're like casting magic at each other and dodging, because it's almost impossible to dodge a spell in Aragon. But in the instant before a spell would kill you, you could use your own spell to kill your opponent as well. So unless you're willing to kill yourself, you have to be careful in a fight against another spellcaster. And the only way to be sure you're going to win is they have a telepathic battle, and whoever wins control over the other person's mind is the victor. Because from that point forward, they can stop your opponent. You can stop your opponent from casting spells and then kill them. Or just, break their psyche so badly that they, go insane.
Oh, okay. So they don't even have typical mage battles. It's
No.
Okay. Just fucking start saying tongue twisters, and then like they can't say the word right in the ancient language.
Hello, Hamura.
Yeah, no, they don't have battles like that. It's all the actual wizard duel battle part is all mental. It's each of them trying to guard their mind while simultaneously breaking into the other person's. And once you break into someone's mind, it's not just you read their thoughts. If you like, really break into their mind, you gain full control. Like you can control their body and stuff against their will. And the most exaggerated example of this was when Blodgarm, one of my favorite elves in the books, got really angry with this guy and broke into his mind and then made him stab himself. And then just let him bleed to death.
Hello, Hamura.
Oh.
Yeah, Blodgarm's pretty wild. His he almost exclusively fights with magic. He doesn't really use a bladed weapon.
Revelio.
And when he does need to use like a physical attack, he just, rips people's throat out with his teeth.
Sounds like a vampire.
No, his name translates to Blood Wolf. So elves in that series, so because of the way magic works, they can alter their own bodies however they want. And so one of the things about the elves is every elf looks exactly how they want themselves to look, because they can manipulate their bodies with magic. And Blodgarm chooses to take on aspects of a wolf. He has like thick fur, and he has canines, and so he looks like a humanoid wolf. Except he has like an elf face. Like, he doesn't have like a snout and stuff, but he has like the thick fur of one, and he has like their sense of smell and stuff like that. And so when he fights, he's very feral like a wolf, and he will just rip people's jugulars out with his teeth.
Revelio.
But he himself is not animalistic, just when he fights, and in the way he appears. He's actually, like, highly intelligent and very, polite.
I have that book only the first one.
I don't think Blodgarm comes into the books till book 3.
Okay.
The first book is probably one of my favorites, but also probably one of, like, the least eventful. Like, I think probably my favorite book would be book 2. Book 2 is where you really get into the nitty-gritty of how magic works. Like, the first book has magic, but the second book is when Aragon actually starts studying magic.
The first book? Or which
the second book. The book 2 is when he starts to, like, really study magic. But in book 1, he does know magic, and it's still really good.
The demiguise. Revelio.
Book 1 is great, but book 2 is my favorite. But no, I highly recommend reading Aragon. It's pretty good.
Mine now, demiguise.
Alright.
At the very least, I recommend the audiobook for it. The guy who reads it does a really good job. Like, the voices that the narrator does for the characters is how I imagine them actually sounding. Like, that's how good it is. It's not like he just uses his own voice and says, like, this person says that. Like, he gives like different accents and tones and pitches and stuff to different characters, and it's really good. Like, he does it really well. Like, seamlessly well. It is probably my favorite narrator of like all the audiobooks that I have. Speaking of audiobooks, I figured out last night when I was browsing through Audible's library selection that all of the God of War games have novelizations, and they all have audiobooks. So I got them all.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, I didn't know they had novelizations, but it's pretty good so far. I started listening to it last night.
Let me fucking done with this stupid As I song.
What are you doing right now? At
Doesn't get any
3 in the
more
morning.
than Hogsmeade.
Last managed to sign up that I put off for way too fucking long.
How's my favourite test flyer?
Do it technically 8 o'clock this morning.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to
Put
see
it
you
off
again.
because it's fucking Spanish. And it doesn't deserve my fucking time.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom...
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully,
so
incredibly
I-
nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an hour when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Yes.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
And all the seats are up.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
But yeah, all I can really say about the Aragon series is it was good enough that after I finished it, I immediately listened to it again, and I only first listened to it like a year and a half ago, and I've probably listened to it 5 or 6 times.
Oh.
Like, I actually like it that much. Compared to, like, say, Harry Potter, which I only listen to, like, maybe once or twice a year.
Oh.
If even.
That's still really good for me. Like
I try to read Harry Potter, like, once a year. That's just because I enjoy it enough to do that.
Fucking Miss Simon, can you my dick?
And granted, because I do audiobooks, and I can listen to them while I'm at work, to listen to all 7 Harry Potter books takes me, like, a week tops.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I really enjoy audiobooks. I didn't know how I'd really like them when I first started listening to audiobooks, and then as I started listening to them more and more, they're one of my favorite things to do, is to just listen to audiobooks.
I can't listen to them because if I'm gonna listen to a story, actually, like, understand what's going on, it needs to have all of my attention.
I usually only listen to it if I'm doing something like a mindless activity. If I'm doing something that requires like my attention, I can't do it. But at my job is literally open box, take thing out of box. So that's not really something I have to think about doing.
Be proud of all the potions.
Oftentimes I just kind of zone out when I'm doing my work anyway, and just let my body go on autopilot for it. So listening to an audiobook is like the perfect thing.
I see. Well, I need to go take a shit. If you're still online, I'll hop back in.
It's like 2:15 in the morning. I'm just gonna put up some new stuff I got in the room requirement, and then I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'm only on still because I was just enjoying having a conversation.
As was I. Yeah, sorry we don't do this more often, but I'm glad we are now. Anyway. I'll be gone.
Oh, cool. Sorry, that banner I got showed the picture of Gryffindor, but now that I'm in here, it actually is a banner for all the things. I can put Ravenclaw banners on my wall now. Alakablam.
In case I don't come back in time, have a good evening.
You as well. I doubt you will. I'm gonna get off in like 5 minutes. So,
Okay, well then.
Have a good night.
Yes.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special price for you.
Special price is 7,500
Thanks for stopping by.
galleons.
Hope to see you again.
Jeez, bro.